Since you guys enjoyed the Babanshi plushie unboxing so much, I decided I'm going to do another one of another product I recently got my hands on, and it is a die-cast car model of the Shadow Border. And of course, the Shadow Border is a very iconic part of FGO. It's where we are the majority of the time in part 2. Basically, that's our base of operations, and it also appears in a couple of servants MPs and whatnot, so most people are very familiar with this vehicle. And it is a collaboration between Takara Tomy and Type Moon, and Takara Tomy is the company behind the line of diecast cars known as Tomica. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically the Japanese equivalent of Matchbox cars, I'd say. I had a lot of good memories with them when I was a kid, so I'm really stoked to see them actually have a collaboration item with Fate Grand Order. And I did pick this up at quite a hefty price. I paid about the equivalent of $38, and it is almost double the price of its original selling price in Japanese yen. But you know, considering all the shipping and whatnot, and the fact that I was able to run into it in an actual, store face to face, I just decided to pick it up anyways. So the box itself is super cool. It has a very cool piece of artwork of the Shadow Border. It also has a Gordolf seal of approval, which is pretty funny. And it also has a diagram showing all of the dimensions of the car itself. So I think the box itself is really collectible. I wouldn't really want to damage it at all. So inside of the box, the car is protected by bubble wrap, which I very much appreciate, and it also comes with a piece of paper, which I don't understand why they included, because it's like borderline false advertisement. At least as far as I know, there's no way of activating this water cruising mode that is shown on the right, and I don't know, unless I'm stupid and the toy can actually transform. Let me know in the comments. I'll make another video about it, I guess. And the other page is pretty cool. It's just the actual dimensions of the Shadow Border in lore. But the toy itself is kind of disappointing. Like, first and foremost, I thought it was going to be metal casting because of it being related to Tomica, but it's all plastic. And also, there's not a lot of details on the actual vehicle. The only painted parts are like the windows, and there's like so little detail on the actual Shadow Border to make it look more authentic. It just looks more like a Happy Meals toy, to be pretty brutal about it. And the toy is also a pullback, and I don't know why, but making it a pullback also kind of cheapens it. But I guess it's pretty funny if you want to film something, because all of these Shadow Border related MPs have the Shadow Border ram into the enemy. So if you want to have some kind of stop motion, I guess the pullback does help. But yeah, I don't know. This whole thing just feels too much like a toy to me rather than a collectible. And also the wheels, at least the wheels, are all individually moving. I know in some of those like cheaper car pullback models, especially with like multiple wheels, the wheels are fake, and there's like 2 pullback wheels on the bottom of the model that are actually functional. That will make it so cheap, but at the very least, all the wheels on this vehicle does move, and 2 of them is connected to the pullback spring. And honestly, there's not that much more to say about the model itself. It's just a pretty cheap plastic pullback car, and the only reason why it is being sold that much is because it's a Fate Grand Order product. So it's a bit disappointing to me, because like, once again, my memories with Tomica is that, oh, they are all metal casting diecast cars with like a lot of detail. Like, a lot of them have doors that open, for example, or trunks that open, and the wheels have like springs on them, so you can sort of have the car actually bounce up and down, so it feels like it has a suspension system, and none of that is actually present in this model. A bit of a more negative unboxing, but still hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, discover your inner Da Vinci with this piece of plastic, I guess.